Hi there, this is Clifford Bates, and welcome once again to Reading Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics. Today we're looking at Chapter 4 of Book 3. We're uh, continuing the question. Last chapter was about deliberation. Now he's going to deal with wish. Wish. Chapter 4. Wish. That wish is concerned with the end has been said. But in the opinion of some people, wish is for the good. And in the opinion of others, it is for what appears good. This question, what is wish for? It says some people argue that wish is for the good or what appears good. Yet, for those who say that the object of wish is the good, it turns out that if someone chooses incorrectly, then what he wishes for is not actually an object of wish. For it would be an object, for if it will be an object of wish, it would also be good. Whereas if someone were to choose incorrectly, it would be, in fact, be bad. Right? So therefore, you have two choices. If wish is only for the good, we wish what is good. Um, um, then if we choose incorrectly, it wouldn't be wish then, right? But for these in turn, who say that the apparent good is the object of wish, it turns out there is no object of wish by nature, but only what seems to be good to each. So therefore the problem is those who say we turn to the apparent good. It turns out there's, in other words, is the object of wish. Then there's no good by nature, but rather only what is good by each. But different things appear good to different people, and uh, should it so happen, even contrary things. Okay, this is the problem, right? So therefore, if it's apparent good, but then therefore what? There's no good by nature, but rather um, what instead what would appear. In other words, there is no object of wish by nature, but only what seems to be good to each. So therefore, what seems to be good in that sense to each. But different things appear good to different people, and should it so happen, even contrary things. But if then these consequences, these are not satisfactory, these consequences are not satisfactory, it must be declared that the object of wish in the unqualified sense and in true sense is the good, but that for each person it is what appears to him to be good. So therefore, in the unqualified sense is the good, but and the true sense is the good. Unqualified and true sense is the good, but that for each person what it's only appears. So for, in the general sense, it's this unqualified sense and true sense is good. Is this the problem? Is the issue? Because in other words, is it what is good, or is it the problems of what that means, and the apparent good and the problems that that means, and then the question of this definition of here. It says this question, this third question. To the serious person, spoudios, then the object of wish exists in a true sense. So that the serious person wishes in a true sense, whereas to the base person, it is whatever chances to appears good. Just as in the case also with bodies. To those who are in a good condition, things that are truly helpful appear to be such, whereas those who are sick, the helpful things appears to be different from these, and is similarly the case in which what is bitter, sweet, hot, cold, and each of the rest. Okay, so the serious person, spoudion, is the object of wish is what is in the true sense, whereas the base person, what appears good or beneficial. But just as the true is, it says also true with bodies, those in good condition, the things that are truly helpful appear as such, whereas those who are sick helpful things appear to be different from these, right? As it is similar to the case of what is, bitter, sweet, cold, sour. For the serious person judges each case correctly. So the spudaion judges each case correctly. The, and therefore, what is he knows the difference between what is versus what appears to be. And in each case, what is true appears to him. So therefore, the spudaios, no, in other words, for the spudaios, he judges correctly, and therefore, what appears, what he when he sees as good, appears to be good, is in fact good. So therefore, and in each case of the spudaios, what is true appears to him. What is truly good appears to him. For with respect to each characteristic, so each characteristic, there are noble, beautiful, kalos, kalon. There are beautiful, noble, beautiful, kalon, and pleasant things particular to it. So every characteristic, there are both noble things, kalos, things, and beautiful, noble and beautiful, fine things, and pleasant things particular to it. And the serious person is distinguished perhaps most of all by his seeing what is true in each case. So he sees what is true in each case, just as if he were a rule just as if he were a rule and measure of them. So he knows what is the serious person knows what is the best, what is the in other words, in such a serious spudaios, the spudaios is distinguished most of all, perhaps most of all, by his seeing what is true in each case, as if he was the ruler and measure of that thing. Okay, so he is the measure and rule about what is best, because he sees it and knows it. Okay, what he sees about it is that it's right. It is that. But in the case of most people, or the many, right? Most people, the many, or the many, a deception appears to occur on account of pleasure involved, right? The pleasure. In other words, pleasure brings it up, and that a deception happens. For what is not good appears good to them, because the pleasant distorts them, right? They choose the pleasant then on account of, on the grounds that it is good, and they avoid pain on the grounds that it is bad. That's how he ends this chapter. So this is a very short chapter. It's quickly. Oh my God, this is quick. He's done very quickly. Well, it is a short chapter. He really wants you to think about this. This is the question of wish, and wish is a very short chapter in that sense. But then next chapter 5, he will expand on wish about some more, right? So therefore, this question of what's going on here, and the idea of knowing what is the question about what is the noble, what is the correct thing. This is the issue here that he drives it, right? What is the difference between the apparently good and the good? Okay, what is we wish for the good, but is it apparently so with this? And this whole debate. And his point is that no. He ends it with the idea that no, it depends. The serious person of the many, the serious person will know what's good, and he will know what's good, and he is the measure of what is good, what the good is, what is the correct, what the thing that he will know what is true, and therefore what is correct, and therefore he knows it's good. Distinguish in his seeing know what is true in each case, he says, right? And as if he is the measure and rule of this. But what happens is this: while the many will be deceived by opinion, by belief, by pleasure and pain, they will they assume that they assume that the pleasant is good and the painful is bad, and therefore they're deceived. Therefore, because they're deceived by this thing, they see therefore this is pleasure. They perceive this as good, but because it gives pleasure, and therefore, okay, that's the whole point. This is how he ends this chapter in that sense. Well, this is a quick chapter. Just been quick up there, so you can do this. If you liked it, hit the like button, share it out there, get out there. It's a quickie. If you didn't like it, you can always say no, but say why. Please put your comments or questions in there. That I will see them. I'll respond to them. And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Encourage others to subscribe so we can grow the channel some. Again, this would be useful for that sense. Now, if you want to follow me on social media, the links are below. You can follow me on social media there, different social media. Then, if you want to know more about me as a scholar and as a researcher, you can follow the academic social media, find more about my research and to see some of my research. Or if you want to help me to do what I do, right? Financially, you can do so. Well, of course, you can always want to help me buy a book. You can always buy an Amazon card. Buy him, or how do that? How do that? You can just find my email at the. You can always find my email at the academic social media thing. What other thing you can do is you can, if you want to help financially, you can do so through subscribe to our Patreon, become a member. Links are below. Another way you can help if you want to do this is to buy one of my books. Books that are available listed below. I would, if you want to really help, if those of you studying the politics, the notebook for Aristotle's Politics, uh, published by Lulu. Buying it at Lulu is probably the way the most helped me because I get the instead I'll get the profit that the bookstore gets. Or you can buy it through these books through either your online bookstores or your local bookstore. Okay, if those things if you want to do that. So that's it. This is short. This is quick. This is like wham bam or whatever. We turn next to chapter 5. Take care. Have a good day. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.